Every loaf of bread begins in fields like these, where high-quality wheat grows under perfect conditions. This combine harvests thousands of tons of wheat every season, collecting only the cleanest grain.
Once harvested, the wheat is transferred directly into heavy transport trucks.
These loaded trucks travel straight from the fields to the processing facilities. From rural farms to high-capacity factories, the journey continues without delay. On arrival, the wheat goes through strict intake procedures before processing begins.
Here the wheat is unloaded into intake pits designed to handle massive daily volumes.
From this point, the real transformation starts as the wheat moves into the cleaning phase.
This machine removes stones, stalks, and unwanted material before milling.
With powerful airflow, the wheat is purified and prepared for high-quality bread flour.
Magnetic filters ensure that even the smallest metal particles are removed before milling begins. This destoner separates heavier particles, guaranteeing the purity of the wheat.
Moisture conditioning improves the kernel structure, making milling more efficient.
High-precision roller mills grind the wheat into fine, high-quality bread flour.
Plan sifters refine the flour, ensuring perfect texture for large-scale bread production.
Once refined, the flour is transported into sealed silos for controlled storage.
From these silos, flour is carefully measured and released into large industrial mixers.
Exact amounts of water are added automatically to achieve perfect dough hydration.
In these industrial mixers, the ingredients combine into a smooth, elastic dough.
The dough now rests briefly, allowing the gluten structure to develop before shaping.
Kneading strengthens the dough, building the gluten networks needed for perfect bread.
The kneaded dough is lifted into automated dividers that portion it with precision. These machines cut exact dough portions to guarantee consistent loaf size.
Each piece now travels toward the rounding section for its final shape.
The spiral rounder gives every portion a smooth, even shape. The rounded dough is arranged neatly onto trays for controlled fermentation. This chamber provides warm, humid conditions that help the dough begin to rise.
As the dough rests, yeast begins its work, creating air pockets and volume.
Technicians check the dough to ensure every piece rises at the perfect rate. The first rise is complete. Now, the dough is ready to be shaped into perfect loaves, continuing the journey of progress. Now, the dough moves into high-speed molding machines that shape each loaf perfectly. These rollers ensure the loaf has a smooth exterior and an even internal structure.
Robotic arms place each shaped dough into pans with perfect accuracy.
The filled pans head toward a controlled environment for their final rise.
This final proofing tunnel gives the dough its full volume and softness.
Here, the dough expands to its full loaf size before heading to the ovens. After the final rise, the dough travels directly toward high-capacity ovens.
These tunnel ovens bake thousands of loaves with precise heat distribution.
Inside, the bread begins to rise and color as baking transforms the dough into loaf.
As temperatures rise, each loaf expands fully, forming its signature golden dome.
Radiant heat ensures every loaf develops a rich, even color across its crust.
Once fully baked, the loaves exit the oven piping hot and ready for cooling.
Robotic depanners lift each loaf out of its pan without damaging the crust.
From here, the loaves travel up a massive spiral tower designed for rapid cooling.
Inside the tower, constant airflow cools each loaf evenly without drying it out.
Technicians verify that every loaf cools to the ideal internal temperature.
Having reached peak readiness in the cooling tower, the loaves are now steadily conveyed toward the slicing zone, where they will meet the precision cutters.
Alignment rails ensure each loaf enters the slicer perfectly centered. In this machine, multiple blades spin at high speed to create perfect slices. Now, each loaf enters the slicing machine, where ultra-fast blades create perfect, even slices.
Automated stackers arrange the slices into precise formations for packaging.
Each stack travels into a funnel system that guides it cleanly into waiting bags.
Our pneumatic systems ensure every bag is opened with absolute precision, allowing the product to slide smoothly into place every single time.
Stacks of sliced bread enter each bag in a single clean motion. A high-speed sealer closes each bag securely using color-coded twist ties.
A digital printer marks every bag with its production date and tracking code.
Check weighers ensure each bag meets strict weight standards. With bagging complete, the bread heads toward the cartoning and shipping stage.
Here, flat cardboard sheets are transformed into sturdy cartons ready for packing.
Groups of bread bags are pushed cleanly into each open carton with precise timing.
The machine precisely folds the carton flaps. Each box is then securely sealed, guaranteeing the integrity of the shipment.
The sealed cartons travel on to the palletizing area, where stacking begins. A forklift moves the wrapped pallets into the warehouse for temporary storage. The completed pallet is wrapped tightly for safe handling during transport.
In the warehouse, pallets are stored and tracked using automated inventory systems.
Robotic pickers prepare the exact pallets needed for outgoing deliveries.
The finished pallets are lined up at the loading docks, ready for distribution.
Workers load the finished bread pallets into temperature-controlled trucks.
Inside each truck, the cartons are secured carefully to prevent movement during transit.
With the trucks loaded, distribution begins as shipments head toward retailers.
These trucks travel across regions, supplying bakeries, stores, and supermarkets.
At distribution centers, bread pallets are sorted and rerouted for final delivery.
From here, smaller vehicles take the bread directly to nearby shops.
Fresh bread arrives daily to stores through secure receiving entrances.
And that is how modern factories transform simple wheat into millions of fresh loaves each day.